So today I was firing my Pieta new model Navy reproduction percussion revolver for the first time. And I had two cylinders for it, one loaded with GoX FFF, which is black powder, and Pirate XP, which is a synthetic black powder substitute. Now both of these had been stored for months, loaded, ready to go in a Ziploc bag. And both cylinders had bore butter at the end of each chamber. And even though it was a 70-degree day, I had left the one with Pyrex in the Ziploc bag sitting on the tailgate, and the sunlight heated up this black cylinder on this black tailgate, and the bore butter ended up turning to liquid. The bore butter got all inside the bag and covered the entire cylinder. So I took a rag out of my range bag and I wiped the excess off the face of the cylinder, because if there's any powder or anything else like that, it can help it'll make a fire, okay? And I wiped everything off the back, and I think some bore butter might have got underneath some of the nipples, or got underneath the percussion caps perhaps, or something like that, and contaminated them, because I had two that misfired again and again and again. I kept putting cap after cap after cap, and it would not ignite the powder inside the cylinder. Now, what I did was I tried with one of them to put different things down the flash hole of the nipple there to try to push the debris through, and then all I ended up doing was breaking off something inside of that nipple. So I was considering changing these out with an aftermarket set of nipples from Track of the Wolf that I believe they take a number 11 percussion cap, whereas these stock ones take a number 10, but they're supposed to prevent cap jams, or reduce, I shouldn't say prevent, but reduce the likelihood of cap jams. But I just kind of putting it off. Well, now I have a reason, because I'm going to either have to buy a factory replacement one from Pieta, or I'm going to have to put an aftermarket one on there. So I think it's time. This gives me a good excuse, a good reason to go ahead and try out those aftermarket ones. So I used what's called a nipple wrench to try to remove that. Now this is for a number 11 and this is a number 10, so it's just too big. It's just not going to spin it out. I'm going to have to find a number 11 wrench. I'm going to have to order that off the internet. I'll get that the same time I get the replacement nipples. In the meantime, what am I going to do? I have no way to safely get rid of all of this. I can't fire it, and I can't unscrew these and push them through, possibly with a pin punch or something. So what I did was I went to the local sporting goods store and I picked up a couple things. So here is a Thompson Center T-handle short starter and ramrod extension. And here's a Thompson Center ramrod accessory kit for 50 caliber. Now this is not 50 caliber, this is 36 caliber. But what I can use out of this that will work with 36 caliber is a bullet puller. Now, I just tested this out right before I started filming, and it's the very first time I've ever used a bullet puller. I've not read any instructions. I've never actually seen a video or watched anybody do it. But all I did was I simply, and I'm not saying that these are the exact instructions on how to do this, but it worked. So I took the end off of the T-handle and I threaded it onto the puller. I ran the puller, and you can see it's kind of pointed like a screw. Kind of ran it into the middle there, and I took the hammer, and this is soft lead, so it's just, you can feel it sinking down in there. Once you get it in there, you get some bite on it. After I got some bite on it, I was looking for needle nose pliers. I ended up finding duckbill pliers, but what I did was I slid them underneath and I simply pulled the bullet out with it. But this time on camera it doesn't do that. Let's try again. Let's give it another twist. And let's try it again. As I get blood from where I cut myself earlier trying to do this. Nope, it's not going to work. But it worked just a while ago, so only on camera am I going to bleed like a stuck pig and not get anything done. Let's try one more time. I'm trying to kind of improvise here in the field It's a problem with bleeding. It just gets everywhere. Trying to improvise here in the field. And there we go. So, Leatherman wave. Oh. Okay, so what you can see are the wads. Here's the bullets. Now, how to get that out? Let me see if I can maybe... Let me get a small screwdriver. All right, I've got a narrow-bladed electronic service screwdriver. Let's see if I can scrape. There's the Wonder Wad. Now let's see if I can get that other Wonder Wad out. Okay, now the moment of truth. Will powder dump everywhere? There is powder down in there, but it's been compressed so long. Wonder if I can break it up with the screwdriver. There we go. So we can get that powder out of there so we can safely clean it. Let me take the old O-light. Thanks, Travis, for the O-light. And maybe a little bit more scraping. Oh yeah. There we go. 60 grains of black powder. And now I can clean this. Thanks for watching.